Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm George Conley from Scratch Golf Tips, and today we're going to be talking about cleaning golf clubs. I get a lot of questions about technical parts of the game, but I also get some questions about other things outside of the technical parts, and this is one of them. I often get asked, how do you clean your golf clubs? Well, there's an easy way and then there's a better way to do it, so I'm going to be talking about the better way. So it goes without saying, clean clubs perform better than dirty ones. A lot of people just take a towel and then wipe off their clubs after a round, or they'll just drop them off with the bag boy. He'll wipe a wet rag over them, and then they'll call it a day, which is fine, but it really doesn't get all the aspects of the club, especially the grooves, clean. So what I'm gonna be showing you today is something that I don't do all the time, but maybe every couple rounds, I'll do a deep clean of all of my clubs, especially the irons and wedges. And I'm gonna be walking you through what I do to get these clubs clean and what pieces of equipment I use, if any, to get the job done. So I'm gonna use my 58-degree wedge as an example. This club isn't crazy dirty, but right around here, I haven't cleaned it since I last played, and the sole, there's some dirt. So we're gonna be using this 58-degree as an example. Now let me show you what I use to clean my clubs. The first thing I use, this is just a bowl full of warm water and dish soap. I soak all the clubs before, and then once the club is soaked, I use this. This is just, it's similar to like a steel wool. There are a bunch of different groove cleaners that you can use. I'll link one down below, which is one that I trust. I actually need a new one of these. This one is not great. And then I have a microfiber towel. This is a Callaway microfiber towel. I'll link to that in the description. And then just a normal bath towel, I guess. It's just a normal towel. So the first thing I do is I don't wipe anything off of the club. I just dip it into the water. Again, it's better if this is warm water. And then I just soak it for a little bit. Just make sure that water gets all over it, like so. You know, just dip my club in water, not very hard stuff. And then I let some of the suds get off of it. And then I use the normal towel to just wipe off all the excess dirt. So now all the dirt on the sole of the club and a lot of the surface dirt on the top here, it's all gone. But as you can see, if you just do that, ooh, that's bright. If you just do that, there's still a lot of dirt around here, and then especially within these grooves. And this is where the ball is being compressed. So you don't want dirt in there because that's gonna reduce backspin. So that's where this comes in handy. It doesn't have to be aggressive or anything, but you're just gonna wanna go back and forth. You have to push a little bit hard to get in there, but just back and forth for a little bit. You can go both, I guess, perpendicular to the grooves like this and parallel to the grooves. But obviously, when I'm doing this, I'm focusing on mostly the lower grooves because those upper grooves really don't affect it, and they also don't really get dirty. But I'm just gonna run through it really quick. And then from there, you can see inside of the grooves are fairly clean. The outside around it is still a little bit dirty. Some of that is just a wear pattern. If you have older clubs, there's definitely gonna be a wear pattern on them, but those grooves all look pretty clean. After running that brush through, I'm gonna dip it in one more time, and then I'm going to once more just dry it off real quick with those suds, and then we're gonna go in with the microfiber towel. There are a few ways you can use a microfiber towel. I'm gonna dip it in water and just scrub the club face just like I was using the brush. Just try and get it really deep. And again, focusing on that bottom part. You don't want to disregard the sole of the club too, so I'm gonna run over that. And then it looks pretty good from my angle. Yours is gonna look a little bit different. So there is obviously a lot of wear marks here, but this is a sand wedge. I use it out of the bunkers. I hit a lot of pebbles and whatnot. So this is a lot of wear on it, but everything is clean. You can see inside of all those grooves. If you have a silver club like this, those grooves should be silver. So I got inside of all those, all that is out. The sole of the club has no more, gunk on it, so that's fine, nice and smooth. The club is all set. So if this doesn't quite work, if this can't get into all of those grooves, you can use a golf tee. That's one of the most popular things to use. Or I guess you could use a butter knife or something like that. Just be safe if you're using it and realize that maybe you could mess up the butter knife a little bit. But those are the ways to get into the grooves, and that's what you should really be focusing on. So that's the face of the club. Most people pay attention to the face of the club, but very few people pay attention to the grip of the club. I'm willing to bet the majority of amateur golfers do not actively clean the grips of their clubs. Some people think that by adding water to the grip, it's gonna make it slick, which it will make it slick when you first do it, but obviously it'll dry off and it'll be fine. But there can be a lot of dirt and sand and gunk that gets into this, which will make it slicker. And if you don't clean off your clubs at all, or clean off the grips of your clubs at all, you're going to have to switch grips more frequently. So to clean off the grips, I just dip the grip, I usually dip the front of it, or the top of it into this bowl. If you have a bigger bowl, you can, I guess, dip the whole thing in. But then I just slide the water around the rest of it like that, and then I have a slick grip, and then the rest of it really comes in on the towel. You just gotta really use the towel to dry it off. I like to go like this a little bit. It's really not a very conceptually difficult concept to just clean off the grip, but a lot of people overlook it. It's important to use soap for this because water won't do it. The soap helps get rid of all of that, like I said, the dirt, the grass fragments, the pebbles from the bunkers, everything. So just cleaning off those grips, and frankly, you get that feel of tackiness back pretty quickly. It does feel like a little bit cold, a little bit damp. That will dry out, and it will not affect the grip long term, obviously. So I would not recommend cleaning off the grip of a club maybe 5 minutes before a tee time. That isn't a good idea. But cleaning them off after a few rounds, I don't clean my grips. I would say I probably clean my grips monthly. So after maybe every 6 or 7 rounds, I'll clean off the grips. I do a deep clean of my grooves probably every other round or so, but that's just basic golf club maintenance. Not only is it good for performance, your club is going to last longer and perform better over the long term. So please do not overlook just cleaning off your clubs, especially the face and the grip. So again, if you want the groove cleaner or if you want the microfiber towel or even both, there'll be links to both of those products in the description down below. If you like the apparel that I wear in these videos, I wear John Morgan Sportswear. They are a proud partner of Scratch Golf Tips. And if you're looking for some new spring apparel for the golf season, for the new upcoming golf season, you can use code SCRATCH2021 at checkout. That'll get you 20% off your order, and that helps support the Scratch Golf Tips brand as well. So I appreciate it if you do that. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Play well and take care.